So some people bought pandemic puppies. I decided to buy a pandemic Porsche. I'm in Park City, and there's 2 Porsche dealerships in town. There's one that's 45 minutes away, the other's 2 hours away. So I do what everybody does. I start out and I get on the website and I look at the different cars. I call the guy 45 minutes away. I said, hey, can you send me some information on these 3 cars that are in your lot? He says, oh, you got to come down and test drive it. I said, I'm not coming down. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Can you just send me the information? He's giving me all this crap and says I got to come in, so I don't. So then I call the second dealership. I get this guy, Sean. I said, hey, Sean, can you send me some information on these 3 cars? Well, he not only sends me all the information, then he says, why don't we get on a Zoom call and, we can design the exact car and color you want in case we don't have that in the shop. I thought, okay, because I was looking for white with beige interior, very unusual. So we go online and we're doing it together on a Zoom call, right? I put together all the options I want and everything, and he says, ooh, that's a tough combo, but I'm on it. 2 days later, he connects with me on LinkedIn, starts sharing my videos. So all of these multi-channels of communication, right? And then I kind of go dark because I'm not that intent on buying a car. I kid you not, a few days later, I get a video text to my phone of the exact car coming off the trailer, the car trailer, wrapped up like a present. And he starts videotaping it and he's like, oh, look at this, look at that. And he's like, if you want to come in today, we're serving chili. Down there, bought the car. But here's the lesson. Too many salespeople think about the sales process instead of the buying process. And today, customers don't buy linearly. It's not like the old days. We got to meet them where they are and use as many channels of communication as we can. That's what Sean did. I got this beautiful new car and I drove it through the lot. The guy that screwed up. You're laughing. It's true. The only problem is I can't get it serviced anymore at the close one. We're going to talk about selling with video today. I live in Park City, Utah. And years back, I was going on a hike. That's really all there is to do in Park City, Utah in the summer. And I'm talking on the phone to my colleague. He's a millennial. And he says, Shari, you gotta cut it out with the written blogs. They're really boring. You're not identifying with our generation. You don't identify with people my age. He says, why don't you do a video? I said, I'm not doing a video. I'm a writer. I'm an author. I'm not a videographer. I don't have videographer equipment. I don't even know how to spell it. No. And he says, no, you don't understand. It's not authentic. These written blogs that you're doing. He said, I dare you. I double dare you. Make a video right now on the trail and post it on Facebook. I'm not doing that. I'm a mess. I'm sweaty. My hair's gross. I don't have any makeup on. He said, exactly. People today, they want authenticity. Do it. I dare you. I double dare you. Well, I like a good challenge. So I said, okay, fine, I'll do it. So I hauled up my camera, my phone that was in my back pocket, and I made a video. And I could not believe the result. We got as many views from a single video on top of a mountain as I had gotten views of my blogs for the last 3 years. And that's when I realized, if a picture's worth 1,000 words, what's a video worth? Turns out a lot. 90% of all our business today is inbound because of video. And we spend most of our time working with Fortune 500 companies and mid-sized companies, helping them modernize their sales process, helping them rehumanize the sales process, marrying digital and human connection and the human experience. The thing is, most people don't know how. They don't know about this secret weapon. And by the end of today, I'm going to show you exactly how. And here's the thing, the timing is huge. The timing matters. Now, I grew up very close to here.
I grew up about 45 minutes, well, maybe an hour, hour and a half south of the East Bay. And I remember when I was a little girl growing up in the East Bay in Moraga, my mother used to call out to me when we were playing capture the flag and kick the can. She'd say, Shari, Grandma's on the phone, long distance. Anybody remember that? Like long distance, right? Now, who knows how much it was to make a long distance call in 1968? Just for the first minute. Anybody know? $12. $12. So it was like, hurry, right? The equivalent of $101 today. So we ran as quick as we could. Why? Because it was novel, it was new, it was different, right? And then several years later, they came up with this, let's see, I think I have a picture of Grandma here. No, that's me. Then several years later, they had this newfangled thing called the internet. And I remember my first AOL account. Who remembers their first AOL account? Anybody? Yeah. Okay, who can imitate the noise that it made? I got a prize if you can make the AOL noise. Can anybody make the noise? Kind of sounded like Rosie and the Jetsons. Went, remember that? And when I used to get an email, it was like the most exciting thing in the world. And you responded to them right away. You've got mail. It was so exciting. And now, we're like totally desensitized to the phone and the internet, right? So just out of curiosity, because I know a lot of people here, many are about my age, let me ask you a question. How many of you today, I want you to stand up. First of all, take out your cell phones. Go ahead and look at your email. I know speakers never tell you to do this. I want you to look at your email right now. How many of you have more, if you have more than 50 unread emails, I'm going to ask you to stand up. Stand up if you have more than 50 unread emails. Oh my God. See, the ops guys and the finance guys are sitting down, right? Okay, now I want you to stay standing if you have more than 500 unread emails. Either one. Let's go work. More than 500, I want you to stay standing. Okay. More than 2,000 unread emails, stay standing. 2,000? 5,000? You're kidding me. Thank you very much. Let's give these guys a hand. Thank you. Holy cow. So here's what's happened. We've gotten totally desensitized to these technologies. Totally. But the thing is, video is new. Video penetrates open boxes, email boxes. People actually open them 10 times more than they open a Word document or an email. That's why it's your secret weapon. In fact, let's go ahead and look at a few statistics why that is. We are overloaded as a nation. Your customers are overloaded with content and information. Neuroscientists tell us we as a nation, as a community, have created 5 times as much content in the last few years than in all of humankind. We take in the equivalent of 175 newspapers worth of information today, and so do our customers. And we all know people would rather make no decision than make the wrong decision. Let's look at some other statistics. 3% open rate on cold emails. Here's some other statistics. Customers, you probably heard this, are 62% through the buyer's journey before they ever talk to a salesperson. I just read this morning in cars.com that 38% of customers prefer buying their cars without ever talking to us, without ever talking to a rep. According to Gartner, customers today only spend 17% of their time talking to a seller. Meaning, if like me, they're talking to two sellers, we might be lucky to have 5 to 6% of their time. Add to that, 86% of your customers prefer to buy virtually, or at least in a hybrid world. Here's the last one. Customers prefer a rep-free experience, and it's by age group. Millennials, 54% of them want a complete rep-free experience. And so as our customers get younger and younger, it is more and more critical that we're able to break through and provide them this experience. Now let's talk about Gen Z. I have a 17-year-old. They don't want to talk to anybody. My kid, I'm not kidding you, he's 17 and a half. He's got his first real girlfriend. He'd never admit to that. He wanted to know if he could break up with her using an emoji. No, Tyler, you can't do that. This is the generation. These are our buyers of the future. So, what is the solution? What we're going to do today is we're going to look at 4 things. Number 1, why video? Why is it so critical? We're going to look at some reasons why it is so critical today. Number 2, when and where do we use it? Number 3, we're going to go through a sample use case, my favorite use case to use video. And then we're going to look at some basic do's and don'ts for video.